Hi, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 1st to the 15th, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in entering to receive a reading, a free reading, then put a turkey in the comment box. You guys have been so absolutely enthusiastic with the pumpkin for October. So let's do a turkey for November, and the person who will receive this reading will be announced in a separate video. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com, which will also be in this description box below. Also know that I will not be contacting you through the comment box saying if you receive this reading or not, when you enter in the turkey. So don't be scammed by anybody. Now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. These two. Okay, you have a lot of movement forward during this time. It's interesting that you have the number 9 reversed twice. Okay, so what this is telling us from spirit is that we need to take care of ourselves, and we need to look at ourselves more as human and be kind with that human aspect of us. Take perfection off the table. Don't think you have to get it right the very first time. Be kinder and more compassionate with you. That's going to be super, super, super important. You have 3 of the 4 nights here. So that's a big deal. A lot of change is coming in. There's some hesitation and some blockage around money. You are still in student mode. So do know this with the Page of Pentacles. So you're still growing something, you're still building something up. You're not moving as quickly as you would like to be with that, or you're trying to move things more quickly. And Spirit is saying, slow it down and build the foundation well, which can be astoundingly rude to hear because we want things to be moving. But Spirit is really letting us know here, okay, bring it back into alignment with us and let us see what we want and let us look at what we desire for ourselves. We are crowned with the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is that's us in the minor arcana, right? We're represented by the swords in the minor arcana. This is us moving forward in tenacity, in speed, but also in skill of self. So we know our shortcomings, we know our blessings, we know what we want. We're cutting through a lot of nonsense too, in order to really ascend or to raise our energy vibration to a higher level. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This one right here. And this is spiritual. Yeah. So embracing our spirituality, embracing whatever practices make us feel or have us feeling more aligned with spirit, with our souls, with ourselves, with our passions, with what we desire, that's going to be super important. There's almost a sense of we lost the plot along the way, our spiritual, guidance and understanding, that spark within ourselves. And now we're reclaiming it and we're seeing how sacredly important it is to us. Not another person's spirituality, not, what other people say or think, but really what we are moving forward in power of spirit, power of soul, and power of self. It moves us to our energy to be mindful of angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly, angels. Here we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, we've been releasing a lot of vampiric energy. We've been releasing a lot of energy that has held us back or kept us small or doubting ourselves. But this is going to be a time where we're questioning some of the things that we have released, or some of the negative patterns we thought we had freed ourselves from are rearing their ugly heads and trying to pull us back into a place we really don't want to be anymore. So just be mindful of that, Libra. We start off with the Knight of Swords, and this is us. We are coming through as the hero of our story, cutting through doubts and fears and negativities, really embracing our passion, what we desire, what we want, what's important to us, what isn't important to us. And I always think of this card. Okay, so two things always come up in my mind. Always the Night Circus, because I love that book so very much. And there's a scene where he gets the Knight of Swords, and it shows his journey as to how to live the life that he wants instead of the life that is expected of him. And that's what we do here when we see the Knight of Swords. It's like, how are we going to live the life that we want instead of the life that is expected of us? Either we expect it of us or others expect it of us, but it's not in alignment with our souls and our soul purpose here on earth. And so here, Spirit is saying, open up to where you really want to be for you and cut through a lot of the doubts, the fears, the negativity, the poisons that are in our world, to say, no, this is me, to embrace our voice, to embrace our power. We're seeing ourselves slay a lot of dragons, slay a lot of things that scare us or keep us small. Again, we're cutting through a lot of poison, and we're ascending, we're raising our energy vibration to awaken the sacred feminine within us, a voice that is usually silenced in society and in our world and in ourselves. So that's also a trusting our intuition, connecting with the energy of kind of like the room, connecting with the energy of ourself, the energy vibration, and taking that just a lot more seriously as we embrace our voice and our thoughts. With the Nine of Swords reversed, we're releasing a lot of worry, doubt, and fear, a lot of things that have had us questioning ourselves, questioning, can I move forward? Is this where I want to be? Is this what I want for myself? But we're also going to see, or we're just going to become tired with the constant worrying, the constant anxiety. It's like, it's draining me. Now, either we seek help for this, and we can most definitely, but it is also the fact that we look at it and say, I can give all my energy to that worry, or I can stand in the power that is me and embrace what I need and what I want and what's important for me. So Spirit is saying here, yeah, we'll have worries, most definitely. And we tend to worry, Libra. We tend to be a sign that worries a little bit more than others. It's not a bad thing. It's just who we are naturally. We want things to be balanced and harmonized, and we really feel that imbalance, that discord, a lot more strongly than others would. Others could kind of shove it off or shrug it off. That's the word, shrug it off. But we won't. We won't as easily. So just be aware of that during this time, that we're learning that we don't need to have everything so perfectly calibrated. It can be a little bit messy. It can be a little bit intense. It can be beautiful that way without being perfect. It moves us to the Knight of Wands. Now, this is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It can be a fire sign energy in our life. Remember, our sister sign is Aries. So if you have an Aries in your life, you're both coming through as knights, very much as movements, as forces forward. But you can also push each other's buttons in ways that nobody else can. You can bring out the best or the worst in each other, so just be aware of that. With the Knight of Wands, there is a sense also here, not only are you moving forward in mind and thought, also in voice of self, but you're moving forward in passion. how do I need to express myself? Like, what is it that I'm fiery and passionate about? And, what is it that I'm going after in my life? And where is it that I want to be for me? So those things are going to come up quite beautifully during this time and quite powerfully during this time as well. With the Knight of Wands, we have the two fastest moving knights. We have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. And so there's a speed to us during this time that can feel really, really comfortable. We like things moving quickly. We like to see, kind of like the pages turning quickly and yeah, rhythmically. I'm just hearing a rhythm to the speed of things. Don't get so caught up in things moving just for the sake of them moving. Slow it down a little bit, slow you down a little bit, align with what you desire and what you want. Fire, passions can run high during this time, most definitely. So do be mindful about tempers flaring up and also be mindful about how you really want to express yourself and where you really want to be, because we can kind of be swayed by other people and others' thoughts. Now, with the Nine of Wands reversed, there is a sense here. I keep on seeing it's almost like flowers growing in a garden, which I know is a very interesting thing to see, but it's almost like we're looking at where we want to be for ourselves and what we want for ourselves. And it's almost like planting little saplings, which I know, again, very odd for the Nine of Wands. But that's what I see for you during this time. It's like you're planting saplings. And the Nine of Wands reversed, it's like it doesn't have to be done right now. But I know there is a power that is moving things forward, that is opening up the door, that is having me look at things differently than I have in the past. There's a sense of fear coming forward too, but there's a sense here of planting saplings. It's like I'm planting what needs to be replenished, but know when it needs to be replenished. You know how when I say like you cut down a tree, you plant a tree, and it's the same thing? Well, it's not. You know, unbeknownst to us in our infinite non-wisdom, is that trees have a language of their own. They talk through the soil and through mushrooms and through through their roots, and it is absolutely amazing and magical. It's just magical. And so here, when we have our saplings in reserve, we kind of are thinking, oh, that can that can make up for cutting down some bigger trees that we have in our lives and for ourselves. And Spirit's saying it's not going to be exactly the same. So here I don't see you necessarily cutting down those big trees quite yet, but Spirit is showing, hey, just know that replacing it with something new, something new and shiny is not going to be the same. So just there's a value in older knowledge, older wisdom bringing us forward, and that's astoundingly important. With the Page of Pentacles coming in, the Page of Pentacles is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if you have this in your chart, you're going to be very prone to being a student during this time. Do you want to be? No, you really want things to be moving forward. You have that Knight energy, that energy of change, that energy of power, of movement, of determination, of focus. So with the Page of Pentacles, you're going to be looking at things in a questioning way. You have a lot of questions during this time. You're seeking out a lot of different answers, but questions are going to be moving you forward. And you're going to be looking at, again, kind of like that tree analogy coming. It's like, what do I plant? But what already exists that can teach me, that I can learn from? If I realize that its language, the way that it talks, is just absolutely different than the way that we as human beings communicate. So that's going to be a big thing during this time, Libra. It's kind of like stepping back and coming to a realization like, oh, I don't know it all. And that's not to be rude. We don't know it all at all. And if anybody thinks, "Oh, I have all the answers," they're the furthest from all the answers that they can possibly be. So just know this. But we're going to be seeing things very differently. And we're also going to be looking at, well, what do I really want to nurture? What do I really want to spend my time on? What do I really want to be connecting with? And it brings us, oh goodness, it brings us to the Three of Wands. This is like the gateways opening. So the ships can come in, the ships can go out, but here they're not open. So there's going to be a sense of it's not externally, as much as we have movement around us, it's not externally that we're going to be getting all the answers or the answers that we're seeking. Not all of them, but some of them. It's going to be internally. We're still going to be questing. We're still going to be looking, but it's not going to be as straightforward as we had originally thought. And it's going to be more silent. They're going to be silent answers, which I know sounds really, really weird, but it's going to be very powerful for us. Silent answers coming forward, a sense of your soul will be talking to you, your energy will be talking to you. You'll feel out of balance. You'll feel like, oh, I need to be doing this. And then the next thing out of our mouths or in our thoughts will be, but there's not enough time. And it's like, yeah, but we always have enough time to mindlessly, scroll through our phones, but we don't have enough time to take care of ourselves and nourish our bodies the way that they need to be. I mean, I know I'm totally guilty of this as well. So here, it's like, let's start nourishing ourselves. Let's start really honoring us in a way that almost society wants to distract ourselves from being able to do. Let's start honoring us. And it brings us to the Knight of Pentacles reverse. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. And if you know any earth sign energies, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, they can be very slow to move. But my gosh, when they do, it's like Hail Columbia, right? So here, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, there is a need for speed. Most definitely. We have the Knight of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords. There's a sense that faster is absolutely better, and just the act of movement will be better than anything else. So be mindful of that, because that's not true. Sometimes the best thing to do, and what the Three of Wands is telling us, is to look within, to illuminate within, and align within. That's going to be so terribly important for us. We can also be a little bit out of alignment with an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, but we can also be learning a lot, and spirit's like, it's not time to move forward. And every time we try to move forward in the prosperity aspect, like the planting of the seeds, the harnessing, the harvesting of what we want, there's a fumble, because spirit's like, no, you still have to learn, you still have to connect, you still have to, have this balance guide us. And if we don't do this, we're just going to feel overly frustrated, or overly, discouraged within ourselves. But there's going to be something during this time where, if we don't learn the steps and we just think, okay, I can run before I can, even crawl, we fall flat on our face. And spirit's like, yeah, listen, it's about the balance, and it's about also honoring the knowledge you already have, because you have a lot more. Remember, a lot more of those adult trees than the saplings that need to be planted. And the saplings, yes, need to be planted, but we need to do it in a harmonious way, in a balanced way. And again, you are so sensitive to the balances, Libra, that when things are out of balance, it could be like, oh my gosh, no, it's absolutely terrible. So it's like, no, don't be so extreme. It's building the harmony and finding that rhythm, or that, that flow, that rhythm within us, like that gentle breeze. Oh goodness. Our subconscious spirit message is meditate. Meditation would be so good for us. And is that one of the things we say we don't have time for? Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to think, oh, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to contemplate. I don't have time to slow down. Again, movement is going to be so important to us that sometimes when we become so focused on like that one aspect, that aspect of movement, we need to do the opposite. We need to do the antithesis and sit in quiet. So even if we meditate by going on a walk with the dogs, or, um, doing qigong, which that's my personal favorite, or, washing the dishes, even if our meditation involves movement, because for some of us moving is fantastic and helps us, but it's not, okay, let me achieve, like, let me, set a new record, or let me train for a marathon type of thing. That can be meditative, but it's not going to be in the same way, where spirit's like, you need to slow down and connect. We can still have movement there, but it's not going to be all-consuming movement. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Six of Pentacles. We need to be mindful that things are out of balance. This is my Minor Arcana Libra card. So when we look at things and we see, okay, that's out of balance, or this needs to be harmonized, we need not make it our obsession. It would be really easy for us to just dive into this and be like, oh, this is all there is to focus on. Our subconscious tarot message is the Ten of Cups, and they all live happily ever after. This is embracing your happiness. This is embracing your joy, your passion, what you desire for yourself, and really opening up your heart and opening up to what you love. So there's going to be this sense here of subconsciously of asking ourselves, either why aren't I happy? Or where's the frustration? Or what's going on? And then having that love guide us and lead us, and knowing that our happiness can look differently from everybody else's, can look different from everybody else's. But to let our happiness show is going to just be so very, very, very important. All right. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Libra, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Move forward, enjoy, and don't forget to put the turkey in the comment box if you want to enter. All right. Love you guys. Bye.